It is going to be the Pharah for Key, Jason. I told you.
Oh, wow.
Snake maybe don't respect enough this God's potential.
Yeah, Goz is going to be more than happy to see this. But the problem is he's going to have a Winston, a Genji, and a D.Va to deal with. So he won't have like the free opportunity to just sit back and attack away at the Pharah. So he could jump just immediately towards his top side, force NRG back. Nice use of Concussive Blast to actually get them a little bit further, or get him a little bit further and a little bit quicker towards the back lines. But so far, Milo's already take down a kill on the Zaya, and he's going to fall as well. That's going to be a strong start of NRG.
Snake was so aggressive on the push, you could see we were watching Key. He went straight in towards the tunnel. Now the thing is, if you've got a pocket Mercy with you, the Mercy kind of has to go where you go. That opens things up for Milo to jump back on behind them as he saw Snake try to wrap on NRG. And credit to NRG because they disengaged heavily from that balcony when the first push came in. So we're going to see a switch. Yeah, his eyes like, stuff this, Key, you're on your own, mate. I'm going to be playing the Lucio now. Switch to that one, maybe keep yourself a bit safe. So this now makes me think a bit more of that left side platform push.
Well, they switched actually over to McCree as well. So Key's not going to be playing the Pharah. They did a complete switch of the entire composition. Good. They've gotten rid of everything. It's going to put them obviously behind an old percent. But the question is, will NRG expect these switches to come through? And obviously, I should be able to see them once they hit tab, so not really too big of a deal for them. But are they going to be dislodged from the high ground? It comes down to 700 hitting a hook. The direction they're going to be coming in is towards the high ground, actually, because they have no Reinhardt to protect this one. Seagull's going to come down to him to actually put a lot of chip damage in. You can see him pop the reflect because his teammate got hooked in. Milo to able to reflect that damage back, so Milo can't instantly be bursted, but he pops Palm Rage to stay alive.
Yeah, Milo can't quite get out. He just missed the jump a little bit. It caused him to hit his head on the roof and had to sort of back down. So Punker gets himself 2 kills off the back of that one. Their energy not able to really disengage, but it's going to be the nano boosted Seagull coming forward. What a scary combo! Gets himself 2 kills, the Dragon Blade make it 3. That's a big shutdown onto one. Snake, the 4 comes in, and Seagull is unstoppable here. Of course, that ult helping in a big wave, and single-handedly he's able to cut down Snake's push despite NRG losing their 2 tanks early.
So that one ult difference completely turned the tides of that fight. Seagull, quad kill for this man. Now Goz has Deadeye available. The rest of the team has time to get back into position. They're not going to be switched up to Reinhardt because they want to commit to what they had before. Now Snake have to wonder, well, what do we do here? We have 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining. We're going to have ultimates coming online soon, so you shouldn't be too discouraged for them.
I'm not upset about that push though. They're like, yeah, okay, the Seagull came in with the ultimate and the nano boost, but he's not going to have that this time here, so why not Snake just go again and try and do the same thing? They get the hook on towards Enigma to start the fight off, but God's he's going to have a shield to break him first.
Yeah, but Gods has a Deadeye, so if they drop into the low ground, or if that shield is dealt with, they have no way to actually dislodge him from his position unless 700 drops and hits a hook, which is going to be a little bit difficult to do in this situation.
Doesn't miss. God's just nailing all those shots, and now trying to stay safe, choose his time wisely. He still needs to deal with this Reinhardt shield to a degree, but look at that Milo going in over the back, and it's going to be the Deadeye coming in now. Will this be enough? He's actually going to get sucked into the Graviton Surge. No one really forthcoming in. He gets caught out there. God wasn't able to decide the positioning on his own terms, and Seagull gets hooked in there. Snake managing to catch a big one. And now shots coming in. It's going to be Lucio trying to back away. The Poops can't do much about it here. It's going to be 700 Co standing front and center. Snake, again, not perturbed by the fact that Seagull managed to decimate them on that last push. They go for it again, top left. They pick up the tanks to start with. Good way to play it through.
I really would have to watch that again because God's held onto his Deadeye so long, he eventually died before using it. And I don't know if he had any skulls to actually choose from because the Sound Barrier was used out of his Aya, so it's not like he necessarily would have had kills, but I have to look back and see what happened because I feel like maybe that was overconfidence, him trying to stand out by picking up 3-4 kills at once instead of just confirming 1 or 2 kills.
It was backing on Milo, getting into the backlines and doing a lot of disruption there as well because he knew there'd be Punge's shield to have to deal with there. But that's by the by. Seagull again is going to have himself a Dragon Blade here. So there's potential again to go for that combo. Seagull goes into the backline, maybe pull out the Dragon Blade. Let's see what he can get. It's going to be a Biotic Grenade here used by Snake, but they don't have the Sound Barrier. They used that in the last fight. Seagull, as a result, gets himself 2 kills. God's 2 for him, and they will be able to shut down Snake with the wipe.
Wow. So anytime Seagull has a Dragon Blade available, he didn't even have the Nano Boost. They didn't even need it. They actually saved it for this next fight. That's too deadly. They need a McCree. They need something to deal with him. Like a nice stun would actually do really well. A good hook out of 700, which honestly is really hard to do when he's getting so many resets so quickly. They need some sort of answer. Maybe even a Winston to just kind of stick with him.
Well, but that's why Key's going for the Reaper here to try and deal with Milo, presumably getting into the backlines. But then now they don't have a stun grenade from a McCree. So Key backed away here. Milo getting himself a couple kills there through Primal Rage, and Key's too afraid to get up close and personal. It's not a full wipe, but it's going to be enough to force Snake to wait because they lost some key players there. Meng Mao was away, Punk A fall down as well. So nice little pick off there for Milo going in aggressive swinging the fists.
Look at this again. Look what Enigma's playing. He actually switched off the Zarya. They would have played more DPS, more damage to lock down this position. They don't want to let them get towards the second checkpoint. And I think this might just be confidence out of Enigma and out of the entirety of NRG, because how are you going to deal with a Tracer swinging around? Well, that's how. You're going to hook him in, you're going to kill him at 700, now you're a man down, but God's going to come in, and he's not going to be stopped. That's 2 quick kills coming through. They will eventually shut him down, but Dummy's there to chime in, and Key, I don't think will be enough to deal with Seagull with the Dragon Blade.
Yeah, and that should be enough to clean this fight up pretty comfortably. He hooked in though, interesting enough. Snake actually managed to put the shield on towards 700 to keep him alive, but still, they can't really press forward. I like the timing there. Gods knew the hook was down because Enigma just got picked up by it. So he's like, do they have anything else that can stop me? Maybe an Earth Shatter if they have it? Stuff it. I'm going to go in, gets himself a few kills and slows things down. The hooks are coming in thick and fast from 700 here, but Snake's still trying to regroup at this stage. That's our energy.
Seagull switched up actually, and Graviton Surge is going to be coming through to pull in two. God's going to be nano boosted towards the backside, actually using the Ray form to get away. And he's not being dealt, he's not really being attacked too much. You can see the Sound Bear on top of him. You know, a lot of extra HP, trying to take that Roadhog down, but eventually Main Mal will clean him up. And look at this, Key even popping his Death Blossom just to solidify some extra kills to push this payload to the second checkpoint.
I mean, for Snake, you're going to spend these ults on this point, no doubt about it. The Sound Barrier coming out a little bit earlier on from his Aya there as well, keep them a little bit healthier through the fight that we saw. A little bit disjointed fighting from NRG with Gods going in with the nano boost there. He got himself biotic grenaded, so pretty easy to burst him down after that point, even if he does have the Ana roll ticking on him. 1 minute, 58 seconds remaining. Snake have made 2 checkpoints. One more to come now. The wall going to come up to try and block out the whole hog, but 700's going to sidestep it. He falls right into a sleeping dart, though. Here, do NRG want to fight off the back of this? Doesn't look like it. I think they're just trying to pick him off. But Milo fell very early on towards Key, and now the Blizzard comes in. Good timing for Seagull as he's made the switch over towards May. A couple ice spikes coming in, and that's perfect for Gods. It's easy pickings for the Reaper.
You saw what Seagull did there, right? He actually popped the Blizzard down, and instead of actually going for right clicks right away, he tried to freeze instantly 700, so there's no chance of an instant burst combo of him poking someone in and killing him. So from that, with him being frozen like a second before the rest of his team, he's able to clean up the kill on a Fate and help turn that fight around. But now Snake, that's where things are getting a little bit difficult for them to push around this final bend to close off this game. They have 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining, so not a lot of time to work with, especially with them only having like, what, 2, maybe 3 ultimates coming up in the next few seconds?
Enigma as well can flank so easily. Even if he wants to drop down behind or something similar, he has himself a pulse bomb available. And Seagull almost has yet another Blizzard. He managed to get so much charge up in the last fight, and with the ice spikes he was hitting beforehand on the respawns back in from Snake, he's probably going to have it available for this fight. That's the pulse bomb coming down, and Enigma doesn't actually catch anyone with it, but nor does the hook from 700. Enigma's able to go through and dive on top of Fate, which is probably half of the reason they're bringing that one into the fight. 700 has to back away here on his own as the rest of his team also giving ground up. This will leave Snake with maybe one more chance here to really get the ball rolling to try and make a push for this final point.
I think what's important about what NRG are doing here is they're constantly forcing the fight. So they don't allow Snake to get set up in a way that they can engage on their own terms and force a fight to their liking, to use the nano boost to combo it in perfectly. They're constantly switching things up, Hooks is speeding them in, Seagull's able to just jump straight in, not really afraid too much with the wall and help Blizzard them off. But to get into the final push, this Blizzard can completely shut down any nano boost coming through. That's what made is also really strong against Ana, because you can immediately freeze that target that's being nano boosted, not to mention catch them off and wall them off. There's not even going to be a chance for nano boost to come in, but actually it has been put on the Key.
Yeah, and Milo goes down to that one. He's actually the only one to fall there. The Blizzard comes in from Seagull. That's pretty clutch now. He's trying to finish off with the Graviton, so sucks him in towards the middle. It's going to be Isaiah finishing things off. Seagull was held in place, and he just boops in there with a fist to the dome. It's easy enough. Now Ming Mao pushing forward here. Going to be very, very hard for Dummy to hang around under this kind of pressure. He's going to be forced back, but Milo has the chance to at least get on towards the point here. Energy can stall to a degree, but now Whole Hog comes in. Going to chuck the shield right down low, and Milo just going to be held in place. Seagull, though, finds Snake. 700 there must be with the ice spikes coming through as he spawns back in. Then all of Energy can set up on the point. Seagull with a second, Enigma with one, and now the nano boost coming into play.
And that's going to be actually probably the nail in the coffin here for Snake, as they have no one left remaining, as Milo's able to just swing for the fences. And Snake will now complete the map. 68.52 meters is what to close out onto as they push into the final point. And now NRG, all they have to do, finish the map, finish that distance, and you're through guaranteed to the playoffs.
I think when it comes to Nabani, the most likely places to lose a map are on that first point, which is right towards the end. That's where we do see teams get held. So essentially, NRG have to pretty much finish the whole map anyway. I don't see them getting full held on the first point. But a quick backtrack over that one there, Jason. I mean, yeah, we see Enigma again in with that, with the Tracer. Very, very hard for Anas to deal with that aggression coming in from Enigma to get towards the back lines. And again, time and time again, get onto towards that Ana and clean her up.
It's not even like, that's such a big factor of it, but it's not even like the biggest factor, I feel like. Just the fact that they can force these fights so quickly. His pulse bomb builds so fast, you're able to assassinate someone, and once you kill off one person, your team's not going to want to engage 5v6 with a nano boost, right? You're going to want to wait for that 6-man to come up. But with NRG constantly changing the pace of the game, not letting Snake get comfortable and field an attack that they want to force out of their own hands, I think made Snake feel not in control of the game. And when you don't feel in control of the game, you're not going to be able to finish a map, especially against a team like NRG.
And you saw how much that Seagull was more than happy to just sort of push ahead after they won a fight. He'd go and stand up on the balcony and watch the spawns come back in from Snake. I think he hit like 6 or 7 ice spikes and was already up to about 80% on his next blizzard just from that. And that's a pretty low risk scenario there. The worst thing that could happen is maybe the Ana tags you once or twice and you could back away. But none of the rest of the squad from Snake would really damage him there. So very efficient way to build up ult. And when you always have Blizzard ready to go, that's just a huge part of your combo. So much stopping power available to you with that ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, they tried using Mei, right? But the problem is, it's so much easier to use a Blizzard ultimate out of a Mei when you're defending than it is attacking, because when you're attacking, you can put it on the payload, but the enemy team can just back away, and they're not really going to fuss too much about the payload moving a couple of meters forward. But when you're defending that attack out of the defense, you kind of are forced to back away from the payload completely, and not to mention when you have a wall being thrown down behind you in that small bridge, that little archway, it's really hard to escape. But we're into the second half. NRG going to be on the attack. Seagull's going to be back on again.
Yeah, I mean, interesting enough here, we are going to see Enigma with this time just go back towards Zaya here as well. So not too aggressive.
Are they really? Oh, they're going back to
They've
switching.
spotted something out. They've seen something. I don't know what it is, but let's see what the swaps are going to be here.
I think Mei out of Seagull, probably? The fact that he went back kind of shows that they want to switch things up.
What are they switching?
Are they switching? Yeah, there they go.
Yeah, okay. They do go for the Mei here. And what's the tip-off for him there? That they have a Mei themselves?
I think they heard the people jumping. I think they heard the Roadhog. They heard the Mei as well off towards the side, because you saw him grouping towards the top, and then they sat there for a second like, wait, did we hear who we thought we heard? And they backed away.
I see, because they realized Snake is actually stacking tanks here. That's why Gods also wants to play the Reaper. And so far, it's probably going to work out pretty well, except for the fact that he kind of gets dunked over the head there by Pungay as he tries to move forward with the direct approach here. Seagull gets on towards 700, and he's going to chase down Enigma in much the same way. Gets the freeze up, gets the finish up, and it will have to be energy backing away and going for another shot at it.
And the fact that they waited, I mean, they didn't even necessarily hear anything. They just hit tab and like, all right, well, now we know what we're up against. We can go back and switch. And they went for that, but it didn't really work out for them, unfortunately. They still lost the fight nonetheless, and Snake was obviously able to see them switching in the last second anyways, so they knew it was coming. They knew what they had to deal with. Now it's up to NRG to make this attack work. You have Dummy at 80%, and that hook coming through onto the Monkey. It's going to be Mei backing away, but not before he takes pretty much 90% of his health.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, yeah, Maymal can't get healed quickly enough here as well. It could take some time. Good hook from Gods now. He goes very low on that one as well, backs away. I don't know who Moo never taught you not to hook first, but there it works out when you got a team behind you. Blizzard coming in for energy here as well. That's Seagull laying that one down. That's perfect for Gods. He can just run rampant over this one and swing for the fence. Key going to try and respond with his own Blizzard, but he's not going to have anyone really left to follow it up here. Milo will be frozen, to be fair, but where's the rest of Snake? Nowhere to be seen. That ult was wasted.
I mean, he might also be looking to switch. I mean, it was kind of like, let's just try to stall as long as we possibly can, throw it down. Maybe some teammates will get in there in time. It'll buy enough time for us to redeem or maybe go for a second attack onto the point. But it looks like they will keep the Mei. It will be down. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You can build Blizzard so quickly. It's not that big of a loss unless you're hoping to play on top of the point on the corner. But Seagull, protect the VIP. He's going Bastion, and this is going to hurt.
Yep, that's it. All right, Snake, bite the pillow. They're going to try and go towards this one now as well. The aggression towards the payload, forcing Seagull back there. Remember, when he gets knocked back in turret form, he actually is forced back into recon form, but that is just disgusting. 2 kills there for Seagull, making a 30. He also has his ultimate ready to go. He doesn't know if he wants to use it right now. He doesn't need to. 4 kills. They're running at Seagull. And no, if you have Roadhogs, Winstons attacking you, Bastion will wreck them, shred straight through them. And in this case, it's quite a good answer here to Snake trying to stack tanks.
Roadhog's actually not too bad if you can take the shield down on a Milo, so you can hook him out of that form and instantly kill him. But they switch up, so they have D.Va to mitigate his damage. The thing is, who's going to be on top of him? Who's going to try to kill him off? Like, yeah, you're going to have that defense matrix, but it's not going to last a long time. He's going to switch to turret form and just become mobile on you.
That's half the reason why Maymal made the switch. I think he was that Winston before. He just got killed in a matter of seconds here. So, yeah, D.Va for a time can protect, but let's see if Snake had the tech or the understanding actually how to play around Seagull in this position, because he's going to spend a lot of time in recon form, to be fair, and just get a bit of damage across the back. Blizzard available for Key. Does he go in one-man mission towards the backline here? But Milo's already pushing his backline in. He's going to charge straight through. Doesn't let the charge, and now the Earth Shatter comes down. Only catches one, but he's probably looking for the Ana at this stage. Dummy, though, himself falls. Both Anas out of the picture, but Seagull takes down the main. Key trying to get on towards him in the backside. He eventually falls here, and teams are trading back and forth. But Milo's staying alive. Now being bullied a little bit between the tank line of Snake. Eventually, we'll probably just have to back down here. It is not enough healing in the world, really, for Pooks to keep him alive in that situation.
To be fair, Milo did a really good job, because he actually got the charge of the Ming Mao and de-suited him, which allowed a lot of extra free damage for Seagull, but the problem is he just got overrun by these tanks and all this damage that they had, and not to mention Key trying to freeze up as much as he possibly can towards the backside. So now he's been forced back to Mei. He's not going to see any more Bastion, unfortunately, and he's on the high ground, and we saw him hitting these icicle shots in the last half, and he's probably doing it yet again here. The problem is there's a D.Va there really pressuring him.
Yeah, what's the backup here going to be for the wall? Wall comes in. Mingmao can't shield that off. There's nothing he can really do about it now. He's going to send himself up and go for the self-destruct. Will he catch anyone here? No. He's going to resuit up fairly quickly here. 700 already going down to Milo in that case now. And Milo just wanted to back away a little bit here. He might be slightly caught out. The shield gives him enough time to get back towards his team. And now NRG can respond to this. They're actually going to be able to freeze Mingmao in place here. Snake overextend a little bit to try and catch the Zarya out. They're going to lose the suit there of the Diva. Not going to have it back for a while. An attempt for Snake to try and slop energy in their tracks with a very aggressive push into the side room doesn't really work out.
The thing is, they didn't want the Diva anymore because the Diva's not going to do anything to a main Zarya. So he wanted to switch it anyways. The problem was he got desuited from his self-destruct, got a suit yet again, and it was like, all right, well, we might as well fight it out. There's no point running back right now and switching and fighting with the man down. He's going to be on McCree now. So they do have a good opportunity with the Graviton Surge to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, in doing so, Snake still want to hold the point there. The fact that Mingmao went to try and chase up the Zarya on his own, he pretty much gave up the point there because his Zarya died too. Now the sound barrier comes in, which could have been used in the last fight, by the way, and Milo gets the charge through. He's going to get frozen since there's actually 2 blizzards up on that point, so neither team really able to do too much maneuvering right now, as Key's just trying to get a little bit of a bird's eye view, going to put himself up on the wall, but Pooks comes up from behind and gets a nice little boop across. NRG winning out this fight pretty darn convincingly here, and Milo's Earthshatter is back online.
And keep in mind, they don't really need to finish this map. The payload actually stopped right before it. The distance is still climbing here. They're getting so close to finishing off. Snake, do they have anyone to contest this payload? Milo's waiting for an Earthshatter towards the backside. When they come out, he's going to get 2!
That's the Sparta. No, the shield actually was on Mingmao at the time. He actually avoids that one. He could at least try and keep it in stasis, but it's not going to be enough. He's cut down instantly by Gods, and now, well, Milo's standing up on that payload. A nano boost is being used here on Ponga to try and keep him competitive at the very least, and Key's up on the payload, but still, Snake is fighting from a big disadvantage. God's getting himself yet another one, and there's Seagull again. That's going to get the job done, and NRG are 100% through to the final tournament next week.